Oh. Oh. All right. Yeah. Hey, 1, 2. All right. Just gonna let a few people join. We're shaking, folks. Howdy, DC. How you doing? Direct current. Oh man, the nonsense these days. I tell you, man. It's the problem with the world. It's the problem is a lot of people don't think much of themselves. Unfortunately, they don't think much of themselves and they don't think much of others. And when you share things that makes them feel a little uncomfortable, all of a sudden they turn nasty on you. They go all nasty. I'm doing all right, man. Could be better, but could be worse. I go to this place down the road from my house to get cannabis called Collective Growers here in Ottawa. The only place I go in Ottawa that every time you go, and they know me, they all know me, I know them by name, they ask me for ID every time. The reason why you ask for ID is to make sure that they're of age. But let's say you've established already that the person's of age, they come in all the time. You don't have to ask him ID anymore. That's just how it works. But this guy's giving me a song and dance as to why he has to ask me for ID every time. And it's like, dude, you're not making any sense. It's to verify if I'm of age. Well, you already know I'm of age because you verified my ID. You've agreed with me. You've said it many times before. And now you're telling me the only reason why you're asking me for ID is to verify my age and that you have every right to, which is no, dude, you're pissing me off. And you couldn't understand that because every other place I go to, they never ask me for ID because I look 25 and up. It's like, even if you look 19 and up, you shouldn't be asking people for identification. Okay. It's just fucking wrong. It's intrusive. Okay. Especially I can understand the first time if the guy looks young or the girl looks young. Okay. But then when you understand you've established they're a customer, they've come all the time, asking them for ID is just nonsensical. It's just you're pissing people off. And I expressed it to him. I let him know. I was super polite about it. And guess what happened? I had this woman sweeper that was sweeping. I wasn't even talking to her. Starts berating me, calling me names, telling me like I'm all sorts of fucking shit to me. And the whole time I'm asking, who is this girl? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, well, does she work here? She's sweeping. He's like, well, she works for Sleepwell. And you're letting her talk to me like that? I'm a customer here. He doesn't say nothing. But then I'm having a conversation and talking. And then all of a sudden, this one guy in the back is telling me I shouldn't talk about things that because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, dude, I know what I'm talking about. And he kept interrupting me. And he kept, I said, dude, shut up. Like I'm trying to, and then Buddy tells you, okay, you're done. You got to go. I'm like, why? Because I tell him to shut up because he's interrupting me and he's telling me I shouldn't talk. But she's berating me for like 5 minutes and you let her go all out on me. Didn't say nothing. He's like, you're done. You're out. I said, okay, no problem. You're a hypocrite. Now, guess what? Collective Growers, you guys are going to get a really bad rap because of me. I'm going to make sure that your business goes fucking down now. I'm going to tell everybody about how you guys mistreat people. You let people abuse people. I wish I had my spy pen on. I wish I had it on because you know what? Oh, man, I would have embarrassed that fucking company right now because, you know, these little students, these little university students that think that they know what they're talking about with this arrogance because they're going to university is just fucking laughable to me because you know how many times I've schooled people in university just by asking them, what does your profession mean? What does the word that, let's say you're studying psychology or whatever, I ask them very simple things like that and they can't answer. And all of a sudden they get all upset and then now they pull out insults. Because that's what university does to you, folks. It turns you into a fucking slave mind. Okay, because that's what they do. You know, the martyr board there, that the square is symbolic of putting your head, your mind into a nice little box. Exactly. Segregating your intuition from your intellect and then just focusing on 10% of your mind. And you're not getting intelligence, folks. When you go to university, you're getting intellect. That's it. That's why you pay tuition, is to sacrifice your intuition, right? In order to gain intellect, which is only 10%. You need your intuition, folks. You need feeling. You need emotion. That's how you read things. That's how you do things. And that's why people in university are such fucking dodos, folks. And I'm not trying to shit on people that go to university, because I think university is a great thing. There's a lot of good things about it. But unfortunately, it creates a lot of fucking slaves, or people that don't think much of themselves, or people that think too highly of themselves. There's no balance. It's all out of whack. You ever ask people, when all the shit they dealt with going to school, going to university, it's a nightmare. It's all part of their plan to fucking mind fuck you people. That's what they do. That's why they put us to stress, to weaken the mind in order to get used to the abuse and thinking it's okay that we're gonna take it. So therefore they dick it out on us. Okay, and that needs to stop. Fuck. Hey, Alan Warren, how you doing, buddy? Fuck. Yeah, man. It's and today, like, this just really upset me, man. Like, I go there once in a while, like, you know, I went there like in the last 2 weeks. I've been there 3 times, and it's the same guy, Ian. Super nice guy, like, you know. But today, holy fuck, dude, he's a hypocrite. That guy is a piece of shit now. Okay, like, I don't fucking care what he says. If I see him on the street, I'm gonna go up to him with my camera. I'm gonna call him out and tell him exactly how I feel about him, because what he did today was hypocritical, was unjust, unfair, and just because he didn't like the fact that I'm calling him out, saying, dude, stop asking me for ID. You know who I am. You're telling me the reason why is for to find out if I'm old enough to buy cannabis. And you tell me that you're going to get fined $10,000 if you don't ask me for my ID. Why would they give you a fine if I'm not underage? You only get fines if you're selling it to someone that's underage, not for not asking for ID. Like, the guy didn't know what he's talking, and he's like telling me, because he's got a smart serve and stuff like that, telling me I shouldn't talk and tell him what. It's like, dude, I studied the law. Like, your fucking smart serve falls under the law. Like, I understand the whole structure, the symbols, everything. And he knows that because I talk to him about it all the time. He knows I know the law. He knows I went to court. I didn't need a lawyer. But he's going to tell me I shouldn't talk about these things. And then his buddy in the background with his fucking haircut telling me that to be quiet and I shouldn't talk about things if I don't know what I'm talking about. It's like, how do you know I don't know what I'm talking about? Just because I can't fucking name statistics? I don't care about statistics. All I know is I go by the facts that I see that, hey, there's something wrong going on. Here in Canada, Justin Trudeau is fucking the world over. I have every right to fucking say that because it's the truth. There's the facts are there. So that you can see these people, they just get upset because you're just sharing stuff. You're just sharing information, and they get all irate, and they think they can get abusive to you. And I told them, I said, guys, watch out. I said, today's day and age, see, a lot of people are not very healthy in the mind right now. You talk to people like that, I'm not going to do it, but someone else will put you fucking down. And that's a fact, folks. Canada right now, be careful. Don't fuck around, I'm telling you right now, because a lot of people are unstable right now. Very unstable people in Canada. Very unstable. And they're all in government. And most of these people got okay? These people, I'm telling you, be careful. Be very careful, folks. It's getting dangerous. And I've been at this for a long time, way before this whole fucking nonsense started happening. I'll tell you. People are fucked in the head because they've been brainwashed. They're under mass hypnosis. And it's scary, man. You see the look in their eyes. You can see there's nothing there sometimes. It's like, wow, okay, I'm talking to a fucking NPC here. It's wild. AKA Zinsomaniac. That's an interesting name. I like that. I used to be jealous of my college-educated sister, but she is a sheep now. Yeah, well, that's it. These people, I'm telling you, like, you know, this whole reset's going on, the whole cleanup, folks, is for them. Okay? Like, the people that know better, we're going to inherit the earth. We are going to take over, and we're going to guide our children to better places and better pastures and shit, okay? You know, and the people that were in police, military, all these people, essentially, if you got a medical procedure and you got triple, quadruple, you know, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, at this point, I have no more sympathy for you fucking people. No more. Okay? I tried to be nice. I've been trying to be nothing but peace in my love in my heart, which I still have, but I just don't have it for them anymore. Okay? Because they don't want to get it. They want to stay in their world, and as long as they're not bothered, they're not going to do anything about it. They're just going to sit comfortably. And then when you bring facts to the table, they're going to attack you because now you're disturbing their peace because now they feel they have to do something about it. And they don't like you for the fact that you have to light the fire under their ass to make them move because they don't like to look like they're fucking losers at life. They like to be praised. They like to be looked at it with like some kind of regard that's not even there. They haven't earned it. Fuck. Is this the world we live in? And I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little passionate right now. You know. Hey, This girl, when she was berating, you know what she said to me? And I thought she said she wanted to put a bullet in my head. She said, "No, you're making me want to put a bullet in my head." That's what she said to me. I said, "Wow, you think that very low of yourself? That me expressing myself, sharing how getting ID'd every time I come into this establishment, which I don't get that ever in any other cannabis grow up, is upsetting. If I can't share that respectfully, lovingly, and honorably with someone without that upsetting you, there's a problem with you. You need to fuck off the planet. And if you want to put a bullet in your head, look, I'll be the first one to try to stop you. But if you really insist on it, maybe you're right. Maybe you should. Maybe you should. You know yourself more than I do, right? Fuck. This fucking world, I tell you, man, the line has been drawn. Yes, it has. It has. Like right now, I'm at the point right now. I'm just waiting for my money. Okay, I'm waiting for fucking money to come in to get all my equipment, so I'm protected with cameras everywhere. Okay, and I'm gonna go and call out Parliament Hill. Okay, and I'm not the politicians as much as the people protecting them. I'm gonna put them on notice. Okay, and this actually, consider this as notice too. If they're seeing my channel, if you're in law enforcement, military, you share this with your friends. You're all on notice right now. You're all aiding and abetting in the crimes against us. You're upholding the code, not the laws, the code of the Holy Roman Empire, which are the rapists, okay, the murderers. They've always, through history, if you understand the history of the Holy Roman Empire, who these people are, why are you sporting their symbols? Why are you sporting their symbols? That's why I'm not part of any religion, not part of any group. Okay, I just do my own thing. I'm my own man, and I'm part of humanity, life, existence. I don't segregate myself by incorporating myself like they like to do, like these people that bear the cross of St. George, the cross of segregation, essentially segregating us all into corporations, compartmentalizing us, putting this world into the fucking state that it's in right now. That's why, it's because everyone's compartmentalized. No one knows what's going on. Everyone's in their own little box and not understanding fuck all. And that's the problem. That's why I don't respect a lot of people in law enforcement these days. Military, don't get me wrong. I think what they do, like the training, I know there's a lot of good people and stuff like that. I always remember it's not the people as much as the organizations that they're part of. But if you're going to be a lemming, if you're going to be a person that's just going to be there, take orders, I have no respect for you. I really don't. Like you're the problem. Okay. And you need to fucking hear it. You need to wake up. Okay. You need to follow your conscience. You need to follow your heart. You need to follow God's laws. Essentially, understand what's right and what's wrong. You don't need a piece of paper and code to tell you what you can and can't do. If that's what you need in life, then you're a fucking problem. You're a liability. And see, that's the problem. See, they sign these oaths. They sign all these things to be liable under. Yet when they don't follow, there's no problem. But then we do one little thing or whatever that doesn't even apply to us. The code doesn't, but they'll drag us into court trying to enforce a code on us, we the people, that doesn't apply to us, but yet they have a hard time applying it to themselves, which they're the ones that swore an oath to it. This is the world we live in, folks. It's got to go. It's got to change. And right now, I see what's coming. There's going to be a lot of violence, folks. I'm telling you, and I don't want it to be that. I don't want violence. I don't want any of that. I'm trying to get people to wake up so there's no violence, that there's no problems. But right now, look at Canada's dying. You ever see that documentary? It's on YouTube right now. Here, I'll share the link. I don't know if they took it off or not, but Canada is dying. Oh. Aaron, the guy, his name is Aaron Gunn. Oh, wait, that's a trailer. Did they take it off? Oh. So yeah, check it out. I can't even find it. They probably took it off for YouTube. No, it's right here. Never mind. I got it. Yeah, I'm going to put the link right here. You guys, check this out. Very good documentary, folks. You need to check this out. It's been, the last 3 years there have been pretty hectic, and our justice system is not helping at all right now. She has long COVID from the vaccines. Wow, sorry to hear that. That's it's not fun to see your friends or your family to suffer, even though when it doesn't have to happen. But they're so hard-headed and fearful that they're doing it to themselves. And that's the thing, folks, is they do it to themselves. And don't fear death. Okay, this is all essentially a test, folks. Just think of it that way. Think of it a big video game that we're all in right now, and we're all being tested. We're all being tested in the sense is like, well, are you going to be a coward? Are you just going to go against life and nature and things like that day in and day out for a paycheck? Or are you going to use your mind and use your conscience in a way that's going to be beneficial to all and everything, right? That's the way I look at it. To me, when I see these people that are living in their own little worlds and thinking that, especially with what's happening right now, really have very little respect for those people. Very little respect. Yeah, well, see, you can't do much if they're narcissists, and that's the other thing too. Our university does attract narcissistic people, and there's a lot of narcissistic people in the world today. Unfortunately, they're breeding them. If you understand our education system, just think of it this way, okay? What makes people narcissistic is that they're more intellectual. Okay, that's why narcissists are known to be very intellectual people. Okay, that's why they're narcissists. They're not really in touch with their intuitive side. Okay, so if you understand when you go to school at a young age, right, they teach us how to write. Okay, but they only teach us to write one side instead of both sides. Which, see, if they really wanted to create intelligence within us, they would teach us to write both sides, throw the ball both sides. At a very young age, we should be ambidextrous. That's intelligence. That's how you actually manifest and create intelligence in children, is by making them ambidextrous. If you're making them always on one side of things, then you're creating a division of the mind. And if you understand, I've been listening to What the Flock TV. This guy is on the money. Okay, folks, you got to listen to this guy. What the Flock TV. He's on YouTube. He talks about Janus, the two pillars. It's essentially the God of the doorways, which we're all under, folks. It doesn't matter which religion you're part of. All religion that's registered is under the Vatican. Okay, so if you're Sikh or Jewish, whatever, it's registered, you're under the Holy Roman Empire. It doesn't matter. So essentially, they worship Janus, which is the two-faced God. So see, what they do is that they try to separate the mind, divide the mind. That's how they get us, folks. That's the mind control. That's the mind fuckery. If they get us to be at war with each hemisphere of our minds, that's how they get us to be enslaved. See, I know this stuff because guess what? I was a guinea pig for neurolinguistic programming and neurofeedback. My aunt in BC, she did 1 month straight of neurofeedback on me. Okay, and what it is, how she explained it to me, is that she was getting both hemispheres of the mind, of the brain, to work together instead of working against each other. And guess what? It worked. When she did all that stuff and everything, I started understanding about, oh my God, like this is how the mind works and things. So the more you learn this stuff, the more you are able to not be mind controlled and mind fucked by these people with their symbols and their colors and all that kind of shit. See, that's the thing, folks, is that most people, unfortunately, are either too intuitive or too intellectual. There's no balance between the two. And that's how you get intelligence, because intellect and intuition creates intelligence. That's why it's called intelligence. It's intellect, gens, which is the creative energy, generate things like that. So intelligence is intellect and intuition working together. And that's how you get intelligence. And see, when you go to university, you're not getting intelligence. You're getting intellect. You're being mind fucked. You're sacrificing your intuition. And that's what university is all about. Never thought of that. I'm sub to them. Okay. I'm just reading some of the comments here, folks, because I like to show that I care, because I do. I really appreciate you guys coming in and listening to my rants. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because it really upset me. Like lately I try to be calm, cool, and collected and all that stuff. I went to the park. I went with my dog. We had a good time. I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna go get some cannabis, relax. And then this guy asked me for ID again. And the last time I even told him, I said, dude, really, like, you gonna ask me for ID again? And he saw that and I had to let him know today. I was like, dude, like, and I was super nice and respectful to him. And you saw he got upset. He was getting upset that I was like, dude, I'm not getting upset with you. I'm getting upset with the fact that your establishment is putting pressure on you guys to feel that you have to ID me every time, especially when you know who I am. And you've already established that it's just to find out if I'm old enough. Well, I'm old enough. Yeah, but they don't. Who cares who they're not going to be here. They're not going to. And if they do check it in, you're going to be able to say, yeah, the guy comes here all the time. Well, I'm not going to ask him for ID. It's just logic. It's just common sense. Why, you're so afraid of them that you're going to get a $10,000 fine? Like, the guy was acting like it was an attack on him personally. It was like, dude, you don't realize is that when you ask for ID, it's an attack on me too, because it's my privacy. I'm giving up my private information to you that I really don't want to, and I know the law. And then, like, I tried to explain to him about like how, our rights get chipped away at, and that's how, all of a sudden we're into a bad place where we're in tyranny. And like you say, well, you shouldn't say that we're Nazi things and our government's Nazi, whatever, because it's not the same thing. If you would have seen what happened, I said, dude, that's exactly how it happens, that they chip away at our rights and things like that. And then eventually you have no rights. And he's telling me that I'm wrong in saying what I'm saying. It's like, dude, like the guy's like 21 maybe, 21 years old. He thinks he knows like so much. I remember I was 21 years old and I was more informed than most people at that age. I didn't know. Like, I would have been like, oh, yeah, maybe you're right. I would have been humble and say, yeah, like, hey, the guy's older than me. He's talking some stuff. I may not agree, but hey, you know what? I'll consider what he's saying. No, straight to, just typical university fucking mentality. And then they always try to bring it out. They always bring out the fact that they're educated. And it's like, don't brag, because you're just bragging how fucking stupid you still are. You paid a lot of money for an education that you could have got on the internet for fucking $30 a month. It's like, nowadays, when you go to university, the only reason why you're going is for that piece of paper that is going to be recognized within their establishments that they're going to hire you. That's the only reason. Well, stop fucking playing the game, folks. It's our human attention that's giving them that power. Stop believing that nonsense. You're not the piece of paper. You're not a piece of paper. That's two-dimensional. You're three-dimensional. I'm three-dimensional. I'm not a piece of paper. If I go for an interview, never did I go on my resume and try to get a job and work off my resume. I always talk personally, and how I got jobs and how I got work was because of my personality and how well I was able to express myself and my knowledge, not because of the piece of paper. But nowadays, people don't understand. It comes down to not thinking much of themselves again. That's what it is. And that's what they beat that into us when we're children, man. I know. I went to school here in Canada. Fuck Canada. Okay, people think Canada's a great country. It's not. Okay, it's not a great country. Okay, it's a slave country, and there's nothing great about a slave country, folks. Okay, and I'm not trying to shit on Canadians here. I love people. But I'll tell you something. It's more like 30% of Canadians are decent, and then 70% are fucking lost. And then within that 70%, there's a lot of scumbags. Okay, a lot of scumbags. Okay, Canada, going to school, dealing with the principals, the teachers, the system. I'll tell you something, man. It was nonstop fucking nonsense. Okay, I even went to the penitentiary. I got training into cognitive skills, emotional management, mediation, all these things that they gave me these tools. They say, oh, this is going to help you reintegrate into society and be a better citizen or whatever. Well, guess what? I've been applying these methods here in Canada with the police, governments, anything. It doesn't work, because it doesn't matter how nice and calm, cool, and collected you are with these people. They abuse their power, because that's what it is. They're in a position where they have all the fucking resources behind them. They have backup. They have their employees, whatever, and you're alone. That's how they do it all the time. So if you're standing alone, you're completely right. You can even have all the evidence you want, the video evidence to show that you were cool, calm, you were respectful, everything, but they'll make it that you're the problem for calling them out for them being disrespectful to you, and then they're going to gang up on you. Just like in the schoolyard. Just like in the schoolyard, guys. And I know a lot of people have not left the schoolyard here in Canada, okay? The U.S., Canada, I'm telling you, fucking not a good country, okay? Our government sucks. If you understand the system, how it works, it's shit, okay? And it needs to change. We got to get rid of the crown. The crown is shit. We got to get rid of that. All countries need to get rid of the crown. And any man or woman that fucking sports the symbols of those crowns needs to be looked at as a, organization. I got to watch my words here, folks, because I know I'm being watched, I'm being monitored, and I want to keep my channel up. And it's funny, I got censored for things that other channels are talking about. And it's like, why? Well, it's because, guess what? I'm on the money, folks. I'm on the money. And remember, there's the people that get the least amount of attention on the internet that you should be listening to, folks. Okay, the ones that get all the attention and all the glorious stuff, yeah, you listen to them. But I'm telling you, you're going to get the best, the diamonds, the diamonds in the rough, the nice freaking shiny rocks of, these are the people that, hey, they got a lot of following now, but it took a long time. And they're still, when you look at what's going on today, they should be in the millions right now, and they're not even there. So just to show you. is that these people are being censored. Their information is not being spread as much as it should be. And I'm going to change all that because I'm going to be out there in the streets. I'm going to be talking. I'm getting a mic. It was loudspeakers, and I'm going to be talking downtown Ottawa there. But you got to work up the courage because it's yeah, man. I don't want to be in front of people. I really don't want to be doing this, folks. I really don't. I want to just enjoy my life. I want to, be aware of things and help people learn how to, farm, get a relationship with the earth, and not be divorced from Mother Nature, and stop falling for pharaoh tales, and stop buying corporate products that are essentially violating the law all the time. We need to stop that. We need to fucking wake up. And unfortunately, it's not going to change until we go hit boots on the street, boots on the ground. And right now with the C11 and censoring, that's actually a good thing, folks. Because see what happened there at the Arab Springs when they censored the internet? They all went to the streets. So maybe that's what we need here in Canada. Maybe, who knows? Maybe our government is trying to help us here by censoring us. They were saying, yeah, well, fuck, they're not waking up fast enough. We need to censor them online. Maybe they'll hit the streets. I don't know. Who fucking knows, right? But all what we need to understand too, folks, is who they praise, and understand who rules and reigns over us is Freemasons and all them. They're the ones. They control everything. They control our police. They control our military. They control our postal offices, our banking, our ports. All NGOs, non-governmental organizations, are in Switzerland. Look at the WHO. It's got the wreath. It's the Holy Roman Empire. UN's got the wreath, the Holy Roman Empire. That's the symbols. It tells you exactly. So we need to know who they worship, which is Janus, the many-faced God. Okay, and then once you understand this stuff, then you can actually know how to fight these people and really stand against them. Right now, I went to the National Citizens Inquiry here in Ottawa last week, and look, I met some good people. Very good people, and I think they're all passionate. Unfortunately, they're all over the place. And call it a National Citizens Inquiry. Well, right there, the citizen. It's National Citizens. You just might as well replace citizen with slave. National Slaves Inquiry. That's what it is. That now slaves are going to inquire about their masters not taking care of them properly. How's that going to work? So, I met the guy that's talking there, is Sean, the guy that's the lawyer there is talking. Hey, went to introduce myself real quick. Wasn't too impressed with him. Not very impressed. I said, hey, nice to meet you. I like you. And then you just shook my hand and you kept walking. I said, okay, dude. It's like not very cool. I even had one woman. I'm at the front. And it's about to start, but it's not started. People are going in to sit down, whatever. And I'm just talking with two ladies in the front. And it's like, it says quiet area, but it's not going on anything. Nothing's going on. And all of a sudden she starts shushing me. She's like, shh, shh, like that to me. So immediately in my mind, I'm like, okay, fuck. So I just bit my tongue. I went, oh, no problem. And look, nothing started. I'm like, okay, why is she shushing me for it? It's still people talking, whatever. So I sat down, listened for 2 hours. Then I come outside. I had to go pee-pee. Well, as I'm leaving, she's giving me shit for opening the door and getting out. And I was like, well, I got to go pee. And I said, there's been people coming in and out. Why are you giving me shit? And then she's like, well, you're being disrespectful. I'm like, so boom, I laid right into her. I said, okay, listen, here's where you're going to fucking find out who I am. I let her know. I said, no. So you don't get to shush me like that, what you did earlier. There's nothing wrong. I said, plus now you're giving me shit for coming in. I got to go pee. I said, you got to be logical here. I said, peace and love in your heart. I said, the way you come in at people, I said, a lot of people here are suffering. They went through a lot. And you're going to be abusive like that to them? She kind of she stood there like a child, being, being told. Yeah. And she knew what I was saying was true. I said, peace and love in your heart. Don't talk to people like that. You can come in and be, say, hey guys, can you keep it down? The thing's about to start, that's it. You don't have to shh. Body language speaks louder than words, folks. And these people, they really don't understand that their body language, when they talk about microaggressions and shit like that, well, me, I call them out. I call them out every time. I'm not one to take shit. I never did. Fuck, when I was in school, jobs, it didn't matter. You fucking disrespect me or someone around me, guess what? And I'll be kind about it. I won't be an asshole to you. I'll be, hey, why are you talking like that? Hey, I won't be like, yeah. I'm super polite. I'll even be even if you come at me again, I'll still be polite. And then the third time, well, then you're going to get the demon. Fuck. And unfortunately, because you asked for it. Fuck. Not because I want to fucking bring him out. It's just you're making him rattle the cage. He wants to come out and feed upon you. Fuck. So then I let him. You want him to feed upon you? I'll let him feed upon you. Fuck. Okay? It's crazy. This world we live in, I'm telling you, folks, we got to wake up. We got to do something. And small channels are the most valuable. Yes, they are, Dana. Hey, Dana, how are you? Good to see you. Gigi Abulin, good to see you. Karma, hi. Sorry, I've been trying to get all people's names. Sorry, I gotta find my lighter. I gotta smoke my cannabis joint. I have to. Yeah, guys. So, anyways, I just had to rant about it because it's like, sometimes like it's not just that; it's that other shit's been bothering me, and I don't really have much people to talk with about this stuff except I talk with my mom, but I don't want to overwhelm her with shit because she got enough of her stuff to deal with, and she knows the bullshit. Fuck, she knows what's up, right? And she's been at this for a long time too. So I know it looks like a cigarette, but it's actually a cannabis joint. Don't worry. I don't smoke cigarettes. It's bad for you. It's not good. I'll be here for maybe another, I don't know. I rant on a lot, so I just talk until I'm done. But essentially why I'm doing is just to show you guys that I'm still around, I'm still doing my thing. I just gotta wait till I get my funds to be able to get all the equipment I need. I've been trying to get some troops too, but in my family, friends, fuck, man. I'm just gonna keep doing it because I know it's the right thing to do. If people want to fucking help out, great. If they don't, then that's them. They have to deal with that. We all die one day. And we're all gonna have to fucking face our bullshit. And unfortunately, for a lot of people that are remaining silent, I think they're not gonna like the outcome. They're not gonna like what the afterlife has to offer them. Because there's a saying is like, we will remember those who trespassed against us, but more importantly, we'll remember those who were silent while those who trespassed against us. That's the worst, man, is when you have people silent and not helping you and being there for you when you're being attacked, and also minimizing it and trying to justify the other people's transgressions against you. Those people, they piss me off more than the people that actually trespass against me, especially when it comes from your own friends and family. That's the worst. And don't ever do that to people, folks. When you see someone suffering, when you see someone's going through a hard time, you listen to them. And the worst thing you can do, especially when you don't know what happened, is start trying to make justifications for the other side. Fucking so insulting. It's actually, you know what it demonstrates? It tells me that you're a piece of shit when you do that. When someone does that, it tells me they don't care about you. They only care about them. And then they're the first ones, when there's something happens, they're telling you their story. And then when you start fucking sharing little things, then they tell you, oh, you don't listen to me. You're not on my side. It's like, no, man. Like, actually, I'm on your side. I'm actually helping you out here. But they'll take everything wrong. It's just fucked. It's like, my mom, she dated this guy, and this guy, like, when they split up, fucked her bad, like, out of money, her tools, clothes, like burnt her clothes, sold all her trade tools, essentially, which is electrologist and hairstylist. She had lent him 20 grand. And anyways, never paid it back. Never did anything, right? And then some members of the family would still talk with this guy. And then my mom would say, well, why are you talking? He's fucking. She's like, well, he didn't do anything to me. It's like, yeah, but he did it to your sister. He did it, like someone does something like that to my brother or my sister, I'm not going to talk to them. Not only that, when I do talk to him, I'm going to call him out and tell him, hey, you better get right with life and fucking do the right thing. But no, in my family, we don't have that. Some of them are, but some of us in our family, they need to wake up. And I'm saying, I hope they see this, because right now I can't even talk with some of these people in my family because they get aggressive. They get all insulted when I share things with them. But so I hope that they watch my streams and then they get the message that if the shoe fits or the hat fits, wear it, fuck. Because at this point, I'm fucking tired of it. Fucking bullshit. People, you go around, you talk about the things that are happening and how we need to fix things and do things about it. And people are like, fuck, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. And then they're arguing with fucking shit that they pull out of their ass. And you're like, listen, like, if you don't want to hear it, just say so. But don't fucking tell me I shouldn't talk about these things, or because it offends you. It offends me, the fact that you're not talking about it, you're not doing anything about it, and that you're turning a blind eye. Fuck. Sweet pineapple. Yes. I, I I took a couple of days off. Like I usually smoke maybe one joint a day to but I took a couple of days off to I like to do that sometimes. Even sometimes I go like months without smoking, which lately has been challenging. It's been challenging, but I'm telling you guys, like I'm really like I'm being honest how I feel. And the reason why I'm doing that is because if you feel the same way, right, is so you guys understand that you have every right to feel that way. But at the same time, maintain good intelligence. Don't freak out. Don't lose your shit as much as it's fucking upsetting what's going on right now in the world. I'm just here to tell you, like, just that you'll feel better about yourself. The fact that you're able to maintain strength and be courageous and stand strong in the face of such evil. You know what I mean? That I'm telling you guys, it's not about reward, but it's about understanding how good you're gonna feel about yourself and saying, "Holy fuck, I didn't bring myself down to their level." As because that's what they're trying to do, folks. These people they're trying to pull us all down to their level. That's what they do. That's what the bullies do, folks. They always try to get us to be at their level because they know they can't reach us. They can't reach us on the level of intelligence and kindness and being aware and being in tune with nature. Their vibrations are so fucking low that they know, and that's why the only thing they have against us is violence. It's the only thing. So, no, that's right, Karma. Fuck, no, no one wants to fucking hear it. Well, I do. A lot of people do. Like, I mean, but unfortunately, it's like a fucking like I don't know. 10% want to hear it, and 90% is like it's a fucking struggle. Yeah, well, I feel you. Like I know how you feel there, AKA. But I mean, I still talk to people who got vaccinated because they're just as much victims. A lot of them are coming around too. They're seeing, holy fuck, like I was like. But I know what you mean because it seems to have changed them. People seem to have like I don't know, man. Like they're in a fucking different world, man. The last 3 years, holy shit, I've seen a dramatic change in people, and I'm one of those guys. I pay attention. Like when I talk with people, I socialize. Like I'm on the street. I talk with everybody. Anybody. I'm in line at the freaking bank. Anywhere I'm gonna strike up a conversation with the person next to me all the time. I like talking with people. I want to like, and I think it's important. And sometimes I don't want to, but I say, "Fuck, do it, shall talk to them, see where it goes." And the next thing you know, I'm actually enjoying the conversation. I'm glad I did because you connect with good people. Like we're just random on the street. You get some people right away. I know. I'm like, okay, I disengage. Like okay, just body language says everything. With no eye contact, looking away, always arguing what you're saying. You could see that you just disengage. Just slowly, politely disengage, and that's it, and go on to the next, and that's it. Yeah, we gotta always stay composed. Karma, I don't believe in karma. I know karma. Okay, I know him personally. Okay, I am karma reincarnated. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we all are. We all are. We're essentially we come back as the karma of what we used to be. Karma versus dharma. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments here and I'm trying to inhale here. You're at 9 to 28 plus now. Who will take care of the kids? Yeah. Why? To be honest, what I see coming as a world right now, uh, I don't think like any children should be going through that kind of shit. You know, because even like the horrors that the world goes through now, like people don't realize, there's men, women, and children day in and day out. Not just them, the animals too. Okay, just think about the animals. See, like just look how we treat animals. Okay, so just look at the world, corporations, how they treat animals. So if we're that easily apathetic to the fact that we can, engage in these practices of having animals suffer a lifetime in order for us to have entertainment and gluttonous pleasure and all that kind of stuff. Imagine what men and women are going through that behind the scenes that we don't see. And chances are, is the men and women that are in positions that keep claiming that they care about us and that they're out to protect us, that are doing these very evil things that I just described. And that's the frustration I live with day in and day out. When you know this and you go out in the world and you know this in the back of your head that this was going on, because you know, not just because you have so much evidence, but it's just your intuition is going ding 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 ding. Yeah, I know. The mental gymnastics I gotta go through every day is quite the fucking ride, I'll tell you. But I keep doing it, and you know what? My big thing I said to myself is like, because I remember when I was in high school and in primary school, how they used to they used to gang up on me, folks. Like I'm telling you, it was pretty abusive to the point where my mom had to pull me out of school. She pulled me out of school to because not only were the students, but the principal and the fucking teachers were not doing anything about the problem. Like that, I was day in and day out being fucking name called, being berated by playing sports, being attacked all the time because I was better than them. I was and I was a hyper high energy guy, and me, I was a loner. I didn't fucking like to hang out with people and bully other kids. And that's all I saw. It was always fucking bullshit like that. And then what would happen? They would come at me, and I'd give them warnings, like 2-3 warnings, and then I'd beat the shit out of them. And boom, I get suspended. Fucking go to the ring. Oh, you shouldn't be using violence. Zero tolerance. It's like, well, how many times I got to tell you? They keep fucking bugging me. I go. The schoolyard is huge. They keep following me everywhere I go. They call me names. They call me all these fucking names I don't like. I'm getting upset. I tell the teachers. They tell me it's just names, just to ignore it. That's what I went through all my life in school. Fuck, all the time. And fucking come out of school, I go to the workplace, the same bullshit. Why? Because I don't take shit, folks. I just fucking don't take shit, and they don't like that. They don't fucking like it. Well, sorry, I'm not an order follower, and I'm not one of those fucking guys who's going to engage and be a fucking asshole to other people just because you guys think it's a group of people. Well, we're all doing it, so I guess we must be right and you must be wrong. Fucking attitude. Like, losers, fuck. And I fear for their fucking soul for these people. I really do, because they know. They fucking know. They just do it because they're weak in the fucking mind, heart, and soul. Fuck. So it's not, and that's the world. See, in what you see in politics and in police and military, all these fucking key infrastructures, of our society that really have a domineering impact on us. It's the kind of mentality that's going on. You want to see police, how they act within each other? Hey, my dad was a constable. So just to show you, it's just that it's fucking crazy, folks. Like the level of inhumane behavior that goes on in our fucking governments, guys. I've experienced it, and that's why I couldn't, because I cannot go against myself. I have to be true to myself. I don't drink massive amounts of coffee, drink cigarettes, eat meat, do all sorts of fucking partying over the weekend just to numb myself to the fact that I'm part of the bullshit. Okay? I can't do that. I used to go to work sober all the time. I wouldn't, if I did smoke cigarettes, it's because, holy fuck, I was feeling weak, man. I was like, holy fuck, I'll smoke a cigarette. But all I remember is working in trades and all these jobs that I've done. The people around me, I'd say a good 80% of people would smoke crazy amounts of cigarettes, caffeine, had bad fucking dietary habits, like to brag about how they like to drink at night, and on the weekends they would party and whatever. They'd come to work numb, and they put up with the bullshit where I'm like fucking sober. I'm feeling all the pain here, man. I'm feeling the like, and not only that, I'm feeling your fucking aggravation too on me because I'm so sensitive to the energy. So that was a nightmare for me. I couldn't stay working places because of that, because it's like, holy fuck, like I can't take the nonsense. It's just like fucking wild. Like I I think we're better than this, and here we are, fucking being in the fucking caveman days or something, man. It's just crazy. Like I feel like I'm like watching a documentary sometimes of watching chimps fucking engage in the forest. You ever watch chimps? How they engage and then what they do? Like they're pretty intelligent, but some of the things they do, you're like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, that's what I look at people sometimes. I'm like, wow, like, are we really that fucking stupid? Like, we don't come from apes, and that's what apes think. See, we gotta get that out of our head too, folks. We don't come from apes. Okay, we're not fucking ape men. Fuck. Like, it's just crazy this world, folks. And this is Canada, Ottawa, folks. This should be the pillar of Canada, of like what it is to be Canadian. We speak French, we speak English. I grew up with many cultures here in Ottawa. Like, fuck, I'm telling you, like, hey man, Lebanese, Portuguese, Italian, Somalian, Ethiopian, Jamaican, Haitian, all sorts of cultures, folks. Like, I grew up, to call me a racist would be like, dude, you can't call anybody racist in Ottawa, really. If you grew up in Ottawa, you can't call a black guy racist. You can't, like, impossible. If you, like, I'm talking about my age. Maybe now, if let's say today's generation, maybe you'd see it, but back in my generation, I'm 43. Like, hey man, if they're racist, it's like in a joking matter where, like, I remember like hanging out with the black guys and making jokes, like racist jokes to each other, and like just laughing, man, and like just having fun. Like we just, we didn't care. We didn't care. Like we like that's how secure we were that we weren't fucking racist. Like, so that's just, that's a small percentage of people that I hung out with that were fucking real and decent, and you know what I mean, that are awake. Because I did know some people in high school, that were pretty decent and on top of shit. But even now, it's like, fuck, they know what's up, but they feel powerless to do anything about it. So, it's bullshit. The party's over for you. Well, I know, man. Party's been over for me for a long time. I keep wanting to go party, but I keep saying, no, I can't go party now. So I'm just going to read some comments here. Actually, karma is what you do every day. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's rough. Either way, we must live our lives. Notice the people that will listen to you now. We are finding our people. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. Yep. Yeah, it's exactly. It's not about having good days all the time neither, right? I don't feel good about myself all the time, but I work towards making it easier to feel better about myself. I'm against violence. Yeah, well, me too. I'm not, it's funny. I watch movies, and when I see, like, war movies and things like that, like, like back then I always felt like, holy shit, but when I see it now, it's like, fuck it. It bugs me to see, to know that my brothers and sisters, like, did that to each other, or, killing each other like that. It's just like, fuck. It bugged me. It's weird. And you're talking to a guy, like, I used to watch action movies, horror movies. Oh my God. Like, I grew up watching horror movies. Like, but I think the reason why I watched horror movies was just like a way, like, I don't know, it was just a way to kind of entertain myself in the sense, but understanding that the world is fucked. I already knew it. And just watching those movies, it was like a way to tell, yeah, like, be careful. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there are people like that. These stories are made from actual things that happen, right? And people's imagination. So if I imagine that people have the imagination to put it on paper, I'm sure there's been people that had enough imagination to do it for real. And it's just, yeah, it's crazy. Like, now when you watch movies, it's just, yeah, it's, I don't like the violence anymore as much as before it used to entertain me. It's weird. I struggle with resentment issues. I grew up thinking college and marriage were the right way. I was wronged in multidimensional levels. Here I am. Yeah, well, that's it. Well, that's the thing. You got to admit to ourselves. We got to get rid of that denial, right? So, but yeah, you're ahead of the game when you do that. Like, when you're able to say, yeah, I'm wrong, and I'm gonna do something about it. Done, you know. Whereas other people say, "Oh fuck, oh shit, man." Then they think about all the things they have to change in their life and whatever. And it's like too much work all of a sudden. It's like, oh, but it's like, dude, do it now. It's gonna be less hard than down the line. You know what I mean? It's just logical. It's like, do your dishes, man. Don't let it stack up for a week. It's gonna be all sticky and grimy and shit. Now you're gonna have to really scrub. It's gonna take more time. You're really gonna hate it. So just do it. Hey, hey, I used to procrastinate all the time. I still do. Okay, but not as much as I used to. And the fact that I'm told that I did not do this. Yeah, I know when people do things to you too, it does like you're yeah, and they kind of prey on your kindness, eh? Yeah, I know. I've seen my mom go through that shit. Fucking always doing right and being good for people, and then oftentimes just having people not return the favor when time comes for them to be able to repay, and yeah, it's fucked. It's fucked. Change live chat settings to see all chat by clicking live chat. Yeah, I did do that. It's I think yeah, because in the last live chat I don't put the live chat the replay. So anyway, I did it this time. Thanks for the advice. But are you drinking your milk, bud? You gotta get the milk. Yeah, milk. I don't drink milk. No, I'm vegan, so I don't. I'm mostly vegan. Sometimes I do eat dairy, like certain occasions, whatever when I'm not at home, things like that. But in the last year has been kind of challenging. But yeah, I haven't eaten meat. It's been 9 years. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I wanted to do an experiment last year, and I tried. My mom made some meat there, and I said, okay, I'm going to eat some just to see what it's going to do to me. And I ate it, and I didn't feel any bad reactions or nothing bad about it. So it was like, okay. So yeah. So I can't really say I didn't want to go and continue to try to eat it more just because I don't really like the taste. As much as it was kind of good, it was like, and it just had this weird aftertaste for me. So yeah, so I'm gonna just maintain vegetarian for sure. I don't eat eggs, dairy product, any animal product. Usually, I don't. Even leather, I don't wear leather. Uh, Anything from animals, I try to stay away from. Oh yeah, I've thought of leaving Canada. Yeah, um, I've thought about it many times. Thinking of going to Mexico. I've been considering it quite a bit, but I just decided I'm going to stay and fight. I think I'm going to. It's not necessarily fight. This is really more, I should say, stand. Just stand. Like stand my ground. That's it. I don't want to fight nobody. I really don't. I just want to stand my ground and stand for truth and justice and doing what's right. And right now, I just see the fucking country is going to shit. And I know there's a lot of people are concerned. And unfortunately, it's not enough. Listen to you guys. Ever listen to Christopher James, The Warrior Calls? Check him out. He needs our support. He's doing some good stuff. There's Dean Clifford, Beth Martins, King's Hero's Journey there. Sean Ross for sure. Listen to his work if you really want to understand the symbolism and the construct of our world and the history. Like it's just the history that he brings forth it's quite interesting. And I'm in touch with Sean through emails and stuff. I try to set up like live streams with him and stuff like that. So I don't know if anybody knows him more, but I want to get more than just emails with him because I don't even know if I'm talking to Sean, which I think I am for sure. But it's just I want to send him some money too. I want to help him out there, and I don't know. I see him go on other shows and things like that, and then I've been asking him to even just talk on the phone so we can come up with a game plan, and I'm just not getting anything. I even do live streams for him to check out, and I don't get much feedback from him, so I don't know if maybe he's just overwhelmed. If he's got, I know he's got health issues too, so he's getting older too, and he's probably got no patience. I can understand a lot of these guys are doing this work. I can see their mind has deteriorated in many ways, and in other ways, holy shit, like fucking geniuses. You know what I mean? So like, I don't. When it comes to the people I listen to, I don't have a cult of personality kind of approach to things. I like I can just look at information, appreciate the man or woman for the information they share, and if there's things I don't agree with, then yeah, I don't agree with it, and I'm not gonna hate them for it. I'm not gonna disengage or whatever. I'm just gonna continue listening to them. It's just like I can't hate people just because all of a sudden there's things I really don't agree with. I understand we all have reviews and things like that. So also, yeah, but what I see from a lot of these people like Santos Bonacci, like if you ever follow these guys and the things they say, sometimes you can see like they're struggling, just like everyone else. Like a lot of people, we don't realize like, yeah, we give a lot of credit to these people. We give them a lot of praise because we say, hey man, they have a lot of courage putting themselves out there. The information they're sharing, we look at them like warriors, and they're almost infallible in a way, But we don't realize they're human beings like us. Like we all have our struggles, and we can't be offended or upset if we don't get what we'd like out of them, right? So yeah, it's just things like that. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys about the people I follow, and specifically Sean Ross. Yeah, like definitely a good guy to listen to and learn from. I've learned quite a bit from him. He's been a great inspiration for me, that's for sure. So I'm just gonna read some more comments. Plant the seed of truth. We have been in the darkness, and we seeds only sprouts in the darkness. People will wake up when they wake up, do not suffer because they quote choose to. Yeah, I agree with that. You're right, 100%. You comprehend why you don't want to leave. Stand your ground. I feel the same about the states. Yeah, well, I encourage you to stand your ground for sure. Hi, Narina T. Welcome to the chat. Sorry, I'm trying to see. Hopefully, I'm not missing anybody because Milk Drinking Champ. I can tell. What can you tell? Okay, TDDC. Sorry, I switched to chat. Wasn't sure if my previous comments were coming through. Yeah, no, I put the live chat now, like a replay, so we're good. Yeah, it's oh yeah, really graceful is she's oh yeah, I listened to her quite a bit. Yeah. It's funny, like she's like more recent for me. So yeah, like but yeah, because she does like good little snippets and documentaries. Also Truth Stream Media, they're pretty good. I like them. They're a pretty cool couple. A lot of the stuff they share is they're pretty much on the money. And that's the thing, like a guy I listened to, Brian from High Impact Flicks. Here's the deal, and Grease Monkey videos. Like, I think that guy's phenomenal. Like, he does such great work. Just asks the right questions, and he's pretty funny, and like he's pretty well balanced in the way he thinks and says things. I really like to connect with the guy because the stuff that I know, if he knew the stuff that I know, holy fuck, this guy would be he'd be a beast on YouTube. And also What the Flock, guys like Santos Bonacci, Sean Ross, like all these, like, and just telling you, like this guy would be phenomenal. Like he would be such a great force on the internet. We'd probably have to really help him maintain because he'd probably start getting censored quite a bit. So I think that's why he stays away from some of the content that I feel sometimes. I'm like, hey man, like you should be, if you're doing the research the way you do, you should be really coming across this stuff, unless like he's not getting the information. Like, if he hasn't seen Sean Ross's work yet or considered his work, that's like a huge injustice to him. You know what I mean? Like with the information, he'd be if he could put it out there, he'd be have a big impact. So humans should drink human milk. Yeah, well, yeah, like when you're at a young age, for sure, breastfeeding is very important. My mom fed me. Oh yeah, and my cousins, they weren't breastfed. and I'm way smarter than they are. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, it's just. But they say there's a connection with high IQ individuals and breastfeeding. So yeah, 10 years. Eh? Yeah, I started listening to him as like 2011, I think. Yeah, it's 2010, 2011. That's like when Zygist and all that those documentaries came out. The first doc I saw of his was the Pharaoh Show, and then I saw his Octagon, which I didn't even know it was the same guy. I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, kind of wondering what happened to this guy, and then boom, he did the Octagon there with the Empire of Darkness. That's actually like one of his best ones. If anybody wants to get initiated to his work, it's the first one to listen to for sure. So, yeah, well, I know like cow's milk, if it's unpasteurized, there are health benefits. It's just you can't do too much. There's like in nature, we could all benefit from nature. It's just we have to have a certain balance, right? And unfortunately, when you look at our world today with the corporations, we're out of whack because it's always about pushing consumerism, that always buying more than we really need, right? So we're actually everything we're consuming now is in excess that of compared to if we actually, you know, drop it down a few notches, it wouldn't be so detrimental to us, right? And it's just all the processes and everything they do to essentially create these things now. It's not even worth it because now we're just getting sicker and sicker. And like people don't realize why we have parasites. Well, fuck, it's if we didn't have parasites, a lot of us would be really sick. So parasites are actually helping us in many ways. And people are saying, "Oh, we gotta get rid of these parasites." Yeah, okay, well, get rid of them, but make sure that you maintain a good diet after that, because you're gonna see you're gonna get sick. And it's just to show you how nature is. If you even just study permaculture, I would strongly suggest you guys check this out. The guy's name is Zach Loix. He's got a book. The guy's actually he's from Ottawa, and he also he's from somewhere in the States. I'm trying to remember where exactly in the States, but anyways, he just talks about permaculture and just understanding permaculture and nature and how it works, the human body works. It's just it's incredible, and that's the problem. See, like how we're brought up. We're not brought up to be in connection with the earth, grounding ourselves, which we should be. When you look at children, they shouldn't be in a classroom all day disconnected from the earth. They should be outside, feet touching the earth, gardening, playing in the sand, just getting barefoot, in the sand, in the earth, having fun, really getting connected, right? Day in, day out. And that's how you heal. That's how you get the minerals, and you get all the positive charge of the earth to essentially regenerate you and heal you. And the reason why we're sick is mostly because we are literally disconnected from the earth. Fuck, we're wearing shoes, we're driving cars, I live on the 4th floor of my apartment building. Fuck, I can't get more disconnected than that, unless I'm on the 20th floor, which we don't have one. But it's okay. It's just that's why I go ground myself. I go to the park every day. Boom, I bring my weights on my back. I go walk. I just, go for good exercise, and then I take off my shoes, put my back up against the tree, and ground myself. And I just do like a Roman chair. Hey, my legs are strong. I feel healthy. I feel good. I'm actually getting better, dealing with my health issues. It's these things that we need to do. And unfortunately, our corporations, our governments are always trying to tell us to do the total opposite. They want us to be dependent upon their products. So therefore, we're enslaved to their system. And that's what it is, folks. We need to stop fucking giving them power, which that's what gives them power, our human attention. And if we don't understand what we're part of, then we have problems. You look at the government, it's copyrighted material. It's copyright. Terms and conditions, folks. So what happens when you have terms and conditions? You're under contract. And so you're using their calendar, you're using their money, you're using their services, whatever, You're a citizen? Yeah, okay. Well, now you're subject to terms and services. And if you're going to use our calendar, which is a copyrighted material, If you're going to use our paper or issue, well, you're going to have to submit and apply and all these, register, all these words that we don't understand. And then therefore we don't realize that we're not under God anymore. We've actually disconnected from earth. We've disconnected from God, from the Almighty Creator. And now we're under their ideas and what they think God is. And they're going to tell us how we're going to do. And they have a code, which is not law. They're going to tell us it's a code. But when they stop us and arrest us because they don't understand what they're part of, they're going to tell us, oh, you broke the law. And you're like, oh, really? I broke the law. Oh, is that right? Okay. Show me which law I broke. And they say, oh, well, see, of the Criminal Code of Canada, oh, criminal code. So code, and you look up in the dictionary, you look at code and law, and it's not the same thing. What's going on here, folks? Someone's lying, committing fraud, and that's what it is. We're all being frauded against. We're all, and that's the thing. People need to stop calling themselves citizens and stop fucking, considering yourself these titles that are being put out there without understanding what they mean. That's the problem. We put ourselves under these titles. Oh, Mr. Oh, sir. No, don't call me sir. Don't call me Mr. That's not. My name is Charles. English, you want to call me Charles? No problem. In French, Charles. That's how you say it. So I don't want to be called Mr. or sir or nothing else. I don't want to be called Mr. Denemy, nothing like that. I'm from the Denemy family. Yeah, that's my family. I'm the Denemy clan. But that's just the family that I was part of, which essentially Denemy in French means someone that is named, but also means to have no name. Dénommé, to undo. Nome, which means to nominate or name. So essentially, it's funny because we're from the natives, Algonquin, and I really think it was a way of saying, yeah, like we don't want to take your legal name. I think my ancestors already understood what the British Empire and the Holy Roman Empire came here to do, was to enslave us, and they knew that by having the name that they were being given by the government, they knew that they were being enslaved. And that's what it is. And so it's funny. It's like my name says so much about me. I know I came here for a reason, folks. And so is you guys. You came here for a reason. You guys are here for the reason why you're listening to a guy like me, and you're listening to a guy like Sean, and it's because we're all, I'm listening to Sean and all this stuff because we came here for a reason. We came here to fucking, stand our ground and then change things and do what has to be done. And we will do what has to be done. You got to be who you are in this world. Like Robert McCall says, watch The Equalizer, folks. It's all symbolic. Antoine Fuqua, that guy definitely knows about Janus. He knows about the god Janus, and he knows all the Freemasons and all that shit. He knows what's up. He knows what's up. And if you watch The Equalizer, I think Antoine Fuqua is probably one of the good guys trying to inspire men that are out there like Robert McCall to fucking start going. And you know what? If they are out there, I'm telling you, do it. If you meet these kind of scumbags, these rapists and human traffickers, and you can do something about it, do it. Do something about it. Be smart, be organized, and try to do it with as efficiently as possible. Brian, Brian's awesome. Don't think I wore shoes till 5. Oh, is that right? That's good, man. Oh, you fuck. That's good. I'm gonna start doing that too. I think my cousin there, he started using grounding pads for his gardening and stuff like that. So yeah, all the time you'd be grounded. Yeah, just people even do it for your bed. You can set up a wire and all that kind of stuff. You just plug it into your ground. So the boy, my family is the boy. Means the boy, or also wood. Du bois, de bois. Bois in French would be wood, from the wood. When you consider who controls what we see, you must consider why they letting us see what people like Sean has to say. He barely skirts censorship, yet we know because Sean exposed him. Well, see, that's it's it's good that you think that way, because I think the same way. It's you kind of wonder, like, as much as he's got truth in what he's sharing, it's not the whole truth and nothing but the truth, right? And if we're not careful, because always remember, like, it's always good to get your enemy to fall on their own sword. So if they're putting like using these tactics against us, but you know that they're using these tactics against you, well then clear example of getting them to fall on their own sword is like, well, yeah, they have no choice. Wait, they're gonna censor the guy? So all of a sudden now he's censored. Well, guys like me, they know there's guys like me out there. I would have been like more boots on the ground all of a sudden. I would have carried on his work. I would have fucking been like, yo, because that's what I was gonna. I have all of his stuff saved, all of his work. I have it all saved. All the people that essentially that I've been listening to, I have all their work saved. Like it's all safe. Don't worry. You know what I mean? So if there's anything, not only that, I have tapes. I have tapes, VCR tapes that I've recorded. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So like in any way, if let's say the internet, everything shuts down, we could still watch tapes. I still have film, right? That we can use. So these are things like you have to. That's one thing. If you really want to fight this fight and stand your ground, go to like actual media, like like old ways, like magazines and books and posters and all sorts of like actual real fucking media stuff, like not the internet, because the internet, well, the next book burning is going to happen is going to be when they shut down the internet. It's going to happen, folks. Okay, like it's not a question of if, it's a question of when, and it's going to happen. So like if you're living your life being too dependent on the internet right now and being like so that to the point, let's say, it devastates you and there's no more, hey, don't do that. Like get ready that the internet's not going to be part of your life, because it's not going to be part of your life. It may not be forever, but it could be a long period, I'm sure. And a lot of people, when the internet's not going to be around, you want to see a zombie apocalypse, you don't need a virus. Okay, folks, you don't need to make them brain, fuck. People are all gets broken, and like the operating system goes all fucked. You want to see people freak out like zombies? Yeah, that's what you're gonna have to worry about. Okay, that's what I'm worried about more than anything when things, because that's look at the movie Die Hard. Die Hard, good, Live Free or Die Hard. It's all about the fire sale. That movie, when I saw that, I was like, wow, okay, like that's the best way to want to shut down the world and cause mass chaos. Shut down the internet right now, especially now because the banking is all going to CBDCs, and we're all converting towards this, which everyone's securitizing their assets. Everything that anybody owns right now is on the internet. Okay, so imagine all the records of that gone, nothing to back it up, and then how much, even like if you do have paper to back it up, how much people are still going to fight you. The chaos that will come about is, if you haven't considered this right now, then I really, really, really strongly suggest you consider that, because it's it's coming, folks. And I'm not trying to like fearmonger or nothing like that. It's just it's not about like even willfully, like when someone's flipping the switch or whatever. Just think of it like it could be some very natural disaster or something that happens that just everything shuts down, and the internet is very compartmentalized, folks. Like it's if one part shuts down, the rest will continue. But if enough parts shut down, then the rest will collapse. And the internet, unfortunately, the world has become a little too dependent on the internet. We don't have any fail safes really to deal with this kind of chaos. We don't, because they don't want to put money in it, folks. It's not profitable. Come on, it's all the way they assess things. They're all about really creating problems more than they are solutions, folks. So if you understand government corporations, they're more about creating problems than they are solutions. And so get ready, folks. It's gonna happen. That's why I got all my fucking gear ready. Like I don't expect to survive that much long either. Like let's say the world collapses, I say, hey, if I can survive an extra 2 weeks, great. And if I die, whatever, I'm gone. Like, that was my journey. It had to end somehow. And if that's how it's going to end, it's going to end. I'm ready for it. No, death does not scare me. I welcome it. I talk to death all the time. I'm like, yeah, can't wait to meet you. Can't wait to meet you. Looking forward to it. It should be an experience. As long as I don't get eaten by a shark, I'll be happy. You know. uh, if like you ever like think of ways of dying, and you're like, oh, ooh, you know, like you just go through it in your mind. Like I do that often, man. It's a trip. It's a trip. Well, I prefer pre-internet days, far more secure and far more free and far more able to live without surveillance and micromanagement. Best thing that could happen is to switch it off. Hey, I agree in one way, you know, but in the short term, it would suck, bud. It would fucking suck. It would really, yeah. But I agree. Like, I think what we need is a slow, kind of like, like a therapy. Like addiction therapy. For people that want to, because we are addicted to it. Like, I won't lie. Like, I love the internet. It's a great tool. I use it. The best way I use it is, to inform myself, learn things. Like, I learn martial arts. I learn philosophies, the law. All these things like survival stuff. I learn gardening, like anything. I don't do a lot of the stuff that I learn on the internet, but I do watch and learn. And I'm like, well, when it comes time to, I'll have an idea of how to do it. And like, it's just being consistent at doing those kinds of things. So if the internet does go, like, I'm gonna be very unhappy about it for sure. But at the same time, I try to be balanced about it. I don't want to dedicate too much time to it. And lately, I've been pretty good at, like, just using my laptop. It's not just for the internet, but like also I watch movies sometimes. Mostly why I watch movies is for the symbolism now, right? But yeah, it's crazy. Like, I think about when the internet's gonna go. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Well, okay, that's why I learned how to go throw axes and throw knives, and I go shoot bow. I play the guitar, play music, I sing, I read books. I draw. Like, I do all these kinds of things too. But I mean, I don't do it as much as I would if I didn't have the internet. You know what I mean? Which I'm trying to work on. Because, yeah, the internet there is quite addictive, man. Yeah. I do not accept that idea. We have lived for thousands of years without the internet. Only a handful. Talk sense. Yeah, like, I mean, fuck. It's just what's happening is just the way the world has been programmed right now. The mindset is just. I think, like, a lot of us would be all right, but then we have to deal with the ones that wouldn't be all right, and that's the thing. That's where the chaos would be, where it wouldn't be so fun. But I mean, we'd get through it, hopefully, and after that, we'd be all right. It's just, yeah. Really? Well, that's good on you, Red Scotland. Fuck, it's good that you're. I admire that, man, that you're able to do that, because me personally, I can't say the same. I can't, but I'm sure I'll be okay. It's just probably maybe a couple of weeks. I'll be like, oh shit, but then it's like, okay, well, I guess back to the 80s we go. I like to go to nostalgia. God gave us Palm and her 5 sisters for when we. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. Well, the most pleasurable, I think, most beautiful experience I think we could all experience when we live is sex. It's a beautiful thing. Making love is there's a reason why it's so beautiful, is so we continue and do it, so life goes on, right? If sex was so horrible and not that good, life wouldn't propagate itself as much, I guess. Fine. So, yeah, well, I think I'm gonna shut her down, folks. I'm gonna have something to eat. I've been fasting for a while, so I'm feeling good about that. So yeah, I'm ready to go eat something. I don't know what I'm gonna eat yet. Maybe some rice. I don't know. What do you guys suggest, guys? Any suggestions? Any easy vegan recipes you want to put in the chat for me? I appreciate you guys listening to me. Like, I really needed someone to listen, really, more than anything, and also just like to let you guys know that I'm here still, and I'm still working on getting to know people, try to get the troops go downtown, and try to wake up people and try to reach out and be like brothers and sisters, and just inspire them to see the beauty in the world, and stand up for the truth and justice. Right? That's all I want to do. So,
The controlling mega corporations need the internet. Without it, they can get lost and go home. They are not going to shut it down.
Oh, you're right, Dana. Like, well, I know, like, they don't want to. That's why I know, like, in some ways, like they don't want to shut it down, but at the same time, I know it's not about wanting to. It's more about they may have no choice. It's kind of like scorched earth kind of shit, right? It's like, well, if they're gonna go down, they're gonna go down and bring everyone with them, kind of shit. That's how they think, these people. They don't believe in just surrendering or saying, yeah, I lost. Okay, no, they want to take. Oh, I lost. Well, I'm gonna flip the Monopoly board and the chessboard or whatever, and now no one wins. That's the sad thing. When this is the kind of mentality you're dealing with, folks. I know I've been studying this for years, man, and I've been dealing with it. Fuck. Okay, Canada, like I said, Ottawa, it's a very government town. Okay, fucking sheep. You understand, like, the mentality, and like, it's not to shit on people, because I love people. I know what's going on. They're victims in all this, man. They've been lied to. We've all been lied to. We've been taken away, and unfortunately, is that a lot of people, they just don't have that fire in them to fight back, like I do, and like you guys do, and like a lot of, and we just got to inspire. That's it. That's all. That's all. And I'm there to try and inspire them, because I know a lot of them. I'm sure they come out and they say, hey, you know what? Thanks for having the courage. And because of you, I have the courage now. And that's what you're looking for. That's all you're looking for, folks. To if you can do that, be out there, not be afraid, and you get 2-3 people to feel that way because you were able to speak up and express yourself in a way that inspired them to say, yeah, you're right. You are what you are right about what you're saying. I feel the same way. I haven't been able to express it as well as you have, but the way you've done it has gave me confidence now, and I can do it. And that's how we win. That's how we win, really. Like, it's just the word, man. It's just through speech and through common sense and through love, peace, and just reaching out and putting yourself in their shoes and coming from a place of understanding, even though it could be so upsetting. Like, their behavior and everything that they're throwing at you is very upsetting. It's like, it's so abrasive to the point where, like, inside of yourself, you're at war. You're like, why? Because you're fighting off feelings of violent reactions, which is only natural when you see people act in such a way that's just ugly. It's like, wow, fuck, you're better than this. And not only that, like, dude, like, fuck you, okay, like, you're causing too many problems, and it's pissing me off, and I don't want to feel pissed off, but it's just, hey, man, when a bee stings me, it hurts, man. So it's the same thing. Is like, when someone, it's not about not having emotional intelligence. It's just, well, it's the emotional intelligence to know that, hey, fuck, like, it's causing me emotional distress for a reason, because it's against my nature. It's against nature. It's not right. It goes against truth and justice and morals and principles and things like that. I know it's not right. I wouldn't want that to happen to me. I wouldn't do it to other people. So I'm going to step in, and I'm going to say something. That's it. Fuck. It's just doing that. And it's hard at first. It's fuck, man. I'm telling you guys, I'm so confident in what I say and what I know that I still, my heart pumps sometimes. I get, I'm trying to, like, hey, why am I getting upset? Like, why am I, I calm down eventually, but I still have to go through it, right? But it's just, it's what it is. You got to do it. You got to do it, folks. Put yourself out there. So wherever you are in the world, wherever you are, get out there. Okay? Start a YouTube channel if you have to, but get boots on the ground. Reach out to your police, members of whatever parliament, things like that. Reach out like a brother. Be kind, be respectful, until they really throw shit at you to the point where now you can be stern and affirmative, like, in a sense where now you're like, okay, now you're going to listen. Now you've stepped over the line, like, now you can get in that sort, but always try to be kind and respectful and crack jokes if you can. Like, try to make light of the situation as much as it could be a dark subject. It's just you're trying to seduce them into seeing how doing the right thing is actually very easy and beautiful. Fuck. It's just doing that. Fuck. And that's what I'm trying to work at and doing it. So just be out there, folks. And even with your friends and your family, as much as I know, man, like, you probably went through some abuse and nonsense and attacks,
keep the peace and love in your heart towards them, that they are your brother, they are your sisters, they are your mothers, they are your family, man. They're lost, and you just need to go and find them. And don't need to be first. You can be last, so you can pick them up along the way. Fuck. That's it, man. I gotta go. Love yous. Thanks for listening. I wish nothing but the best to all yous. Nothing but the best. Thanks for listening.